ready for the health nugget? Good morning, happy Sabbath to all. Yes, I need to speak up. Thank you for the reminder. What I want to introduce you to is a study that came out just this past month, and it was published in Lancet Public Health, and it says there daily steps and health outcomes in adults, a systematic review and dose response meta-analysis. Now this is complicated language for the fact they tried to figure out what is the sweet spot in terms of movement to get the most benefit for your health. Because as it says here, a dose response, in medicine, in pharmacology, everything relates to the dose. And also, you can kill somebody with water if you want to. Water is not poisonous in itself, but the dose makes it. So what they found, and I would like to walk you through these steps here, is that the all-cause mortality, that means when you look here at this graph, this would be 2,000 steps. This is 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,000 steps a day. And if you do 2,000 steps a day, it doesn't do you any good, nor does it do you any harm. But if you do nothing, your all-cause mortality compared to those who do 2,000 steps doubles. That is amazing. And you see the sweet spot is here, but 2, 4, 6, 8, roughly here, all-cause mortality here, the curve flattens out. So if you go 10,000 steps or 12,000 steps, it doesn't bring you that great an advantage anymore. So the study suggests that 7,000 steps is round about the sweet spot. If you go and look at cardiovascular disease, you get a similar picture. Also here, the curve flattens out at 4, 6, 8, roughly about here at 8,000 steps. If you go to cardio disease mortality, if you look at what they do is they look at a certain period, and then they look at how many people die in that period, comparing those that moved and those that didn't move. And here you see you have a flattening of the curve even earlier at about 4,000 steps. Then it the benefit actually lessens a little bit till you get to 12,000 steps. So again, the sweet spot is here roughly at about 7,000. And again, I would like to draw your attention. Those that do not move have a 2.5 times increased risk of mortality compared to those who move 2,000 steps, which is that is the gray zone, where nothing good and nothing bad happens. Cancer incidence, there is only a little but positive association as far as cancer incidence. Incidence means, again, looking at a period of time and counting the number of cases that occur over a year, for instance. Cancer mortality, though, if you take cancer patients that move and do not move, you see that those who do not move have a doubled mortality compared to those who move their 2, 4, 6, 8,000 steps a day. They can lessen their, when you compare the two groups, they lessen their ratio, their risk to die by about roughly 30%. Diabetes, you also have a similar association. What's interesting in the cancer incidence as well as the diabetes incidence, it is a linear curve. Compared again to dementia, people who move have a sweet spot at 7,000, 8,000 steps a day. You have a reduction of dementia risk by about 30%. Depressive symptoms also have, interestingly, a linear line. So the more you move, can you finish the sentence? The better you feel. And that is absolutely true because, and it is very simple. When you move, your brain gets perfused. It is sort of, how shall I say, it gets a super supply of blood, and then the brain says, I just love it. Falls. People who move regularly, they have a lesser, and here you see also around about 8,000 steps a day. People that move, they have stronger muscles, they have a better coordination, a better equilibrium. And now what is 7,000 steps a day? And at a normal walking pace, 7,000 steps generally covers a distance of about 3 to 3.54 miles. This estimate is based on an average step length of about 2.3 for women and 2.5 for men, but this depends on your height. So if you take, for instance, Sophie and Kirsta, they will have different step lengths, isn't it? Because the one is a little smaller than the other one. So breakdown by step and length distance. A woman who has an average feet-step ratio of 2.3, 7,000 steps brings you to just 3 miles. And for men who have an average step length of 2.5 feet, makes you walk 3.39 miles. Time. That is, yeah. It depends on the length of the feet here that we meant is not the feet on the yardstick. It is this. This is my feet. This is 2.3 here. Step length we are talking about. Yeah. Yes. So how many feet are there in a mile? 5,280. No. It's from an American website this year. Well, we can find out. You know, if you multiply 2.3 here for the women with 7,000, you get about 16,000 steps, 16,000 feet, and that is so. This here is wrong. Yeah. this here is wrong. Yeah, it's very comfortable, very comforting to be in an audience that is alive and awake. So you must have been walking around for quite a while, and that is good. And you know, the thing is, they still haven't figured out, and this study was special because they did the correlation not only for moving and cardiovascular disease, but also for cancer, diabetes, and depression, and so forth. What they still don't know is, you know, is every step equal to another? That means if you walk from your bed to the breakfast table and you walk 10 steps, does that enter the equation or not? Or do you need to walk those steps all in a row to get where you have to be? The bottom line is every step is a good step. That's right. And I guess that some of you guys have on your apps, on your mobiles, you've got a step meter, isn't it? You can put it in your pocket, and after a walk, it tells you how many steps you did approximately. This is approximation. This is not what you know. These gadgets are not exactly, but they give you an idea. And that we do not need to know the exact figures. We just need to move, and that is what we do far too little. And therefore, I would say, you know, on a broader canvas, we can say steps to Christ also lead to steps to health. So get moving and make this Sabbath the healthiest day of the week by moving 1 hour. What we can do is we can meet at the foot of Keener Hill this afternoon, 5 o'clock, and just walk up to our place. It's about 1 hour. Okay, have a happy and a healthy and a good Sabbath. Thank you.